Hey everyone, welcome back to Homestead Corner. Today I thought I would share my 5 favorite shelf-stable milks. So when I'm looking at my pantry, I like to make sure I have as much diversity as possible. So I keep at least 5 different milks in my food storage, so we have them. And each one has a little bit different reasoning behind it. So today I thought I would just share 5 of the milks that we keep in our pantry. So we have shelf-stable milk ready to go for different applications. Now, I'm not saying you need to have 5 different kinds of milk, but you may prefer one over the other for different reasons, and which is why we keep a couple of different kinds in the pantry. So the first one we like to keep in the pantry is Neato Milk. This is a whole milk, so it doesn't have a real long shelf life, but this makes wonderful cheeses and things like that. So if you want to use powdered milk, shelf-stable milk for cheeses and sauces and things like that, I really like this one for those purposes. Again, it doesn't have a super long shelf life, about a year and a half, and it can go a little bit longer than that. The best by date usually is about a year to a year and a half out, and then we have had it 6 months to a year past that with no issues. I have had it a few years past the date, like 3 years, got stuck in the cabinet, didn't see it, and it didn't make it for a super long time. Because it has such a high fat content in it, you want to make sure this is something that you're cycling through in your pantry. But it is wonderful for baking and those cheeses and sauces and things like that because it does have that high fat in it. The second one we like to keep in the pantry is a whole milk in the carton. These you can get at the Dollar Tree. There are tons of different brands that you can get. You can get low-fat milks, things like that. I like these because they're ready to go. You don't have to add water. They're quick to grab. I don't keep tons of these in the pantry either, just a few, and we try to make sure we're cycling them because they only have about a year to a year and a half, again, on the shelf life. Depending on the brand, some will last a little bit longer than others. These will go past the best by date, no problem. As long as they're sealed, they're going to be good. Once you open it, you just got to throw it in the fridge, and it tastes really good. It's got good flavor. So if you want something for cereal or drinking or something like that, this one is pretty good. It's not quite the same as fresh milk from the store, but it's still pretty good. It's got pretty decent flavor. And I've seen tons of different brands, and they all are similar in the length of time that they last in the pantry. The third one is non-fat milk in the little boxes that you can get at your local grocery stores. This one is from Walmart. I really like these in the boxes because they have small little packets inside. Each packet makes about a quart of milk. It's all measured out for you. You don't have to think about it. Toss it in a quart jar, throw water in, and you have got milk ready to go. I don't love this kind for drinking, definitely not. And this isn't as great for making cheeses and things like that because it is non-fat. But these little packets, we take them out of the box and we vacuum seal them. And because it's non-fat, it's going to last for decades in your pantry. The full fat milks are not going to last because that fat is going to go rancid, but these non-fat milks are definitely going to last. And these are so easy to slip in a vacuum seal bag or a Mylar bag and just seal them up. You can put a whole bunch of packets in there, and they're super simple and easy to use. That's why I like these. And they're pretty affordable. These 3 packets only cost about $3.95. So they're still fairly affordable at the store. If you're doing little by little, these are a great pickup at the grocery store to just put away slowly, and you will have a good supply of it for pretty cheap. The fourth type of shelf-stable milk that we like to keep in the pantry is goat's milk. They have this powdered goat's milk at the grocery store. I do not keep lots of this in my pantry either because this is quite expensive. But if you have someone in your family, and we have a few people in our extended family that are not able to drink, you know, they can't handle milk and things like that. So this is a great alternative if you have someone that can't drink milk, but you still want to have those milky type things. This is highly digestible, and it's great to add in if you have to make infant formula as well. So this goat's milk is wonderful to have on hand, and it lasts 2 or 3 years in the package the way it is. This is a little Mylar package. If it was in something else, a can would be great to just store, or these Mylar bags are great to store. But if you have it in other packaging, you may want to repackage it, or at least seal it inside something, so it's going to extend that life a little bit. But this does have fat in it again, so it's not going to last for a super long time, but it will last a few years, and it's great to have for an alternative for those that can't have regular milk. And goat's milk is always really digestible. And number 5 for me, and definitely my favorite, would be the Thrive Life milk. Because it's already packaged, I don't have to do anything to it. I can just throw it into storage. This milk is going to last 25 years, and you know, it's not going to go bad in this can. It's already sealed up. Everything is done. You don't have to do anything. And this, out of all the milks, I would say this tastes the best for a low fat, similar to 1% milk. This is a non-fat milk, and it's instant. It's really quick. It doesn't take any time. You don't have to use hot water with it. You can put cold water in it, and it instantly just melts right into milk, which I really like that. And the flavor on this is great, but it doesn't make those cheeses and things like that because it doesn't have that fat in there. I mean, you can make stuff with it, but it takes a lot, and it's not as creamy and delicious like a whole milk is going to be. And that is it for my 5 shelf-stable milks that we like to keep in the pantry. I think diversity is great. And while one is really good for one thing, another is really good for something else. So having 1 or 2 at least in your pantry, I think is a good idea. You should definitely have at least 1 type of shelf-stable milk. But if you have more, it's just going to make more options for you when all you have is your pantry to pull from. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.